Okay. So before going to make use of the any of the AD utility, it's better to make sure your database and listener is up and running. Okay. So upload is our database user, and APPL code is our. So just make sure to use ping prod. Speak now. No listener. Nothing is running. Just started the listener and then I'll start the database. Wait, it's taking this much time. It may fail. I know why. It may fail, yes. Because we just changed the IP address and we have not updated in etc host. Okay. Hello? It's raining heavily in Hyderabad. Alright. Okay, database is also started. Let's do one thing. Okay. right. Okay. Hmm, Send it up. Bin. Okay. Yeah. Let's do one thing. Let's take fndlibr is the utility. Okay. It is one of the executable. Let's regenerate this executable. Okay. So let's move this file to underscore org. Okay. So now you say there is no such a file or directory. Okay. So if you find now, okay, you think like it's by mistake it has deleted or it got corrupted or some other reason you're not able to find this file. Okay. So now let's recreate this. Okay, and we will try under both the way. Okay, so we'll try to through admin utility and we will try to execute separately. I mean individually. All right, by using ad relink datashet. So let's say sh ad relink datashet. Okay, ad relink datashet force equal to y, force equal to y here. The product name is fnd and the file name is fndlibr. Okay, it's a big confusion. Actually, this VM machine I have created with the UK keyboard. That's the reason I'm typing something from here and something else is coming over there. Okay, so now let's see whether it has created or not. Yes, it has created fndlibr. Now you can see. Okay, maybe it is wrong. Yeah. So July 22nd, 9:14 and 9:13 fndlibr. Just now it has created. Alright, this is one way to reuse your AD railing utility. In the same way, like you can use AD admin utility, and we can try it out that one as well. AD admin. Mhm. That's okay. No, it should be fine. Yes, it's my Oracle home and my password is manager. My password is apps. No. Yep, 2 1. No, running application programs. Link to yes, I want to enter the name of the yes, what you gave is correct. So enter the list of products to link. Okay, FND. Not all the products. So, if you say all the products, I mean it will take ages to come out because it will try to link for all the executables of every product and it will take so much time. Now let's try to execute only one product, one particular file. Okay, generate a specific executable for each selected product. Specific. Yes, because we are going to, I mean, we wanted to recreate only one executable. Okay, relink debugging information, no should be fine. Okay, so here it would be asking, these are the list of executables you need to recreate. You can say fndlibr. Even this guy will be calling the edit link dataset utility only. Okay, so we are done. And now you got it. 916. Sweet 916. So the same way you can execute, you can recreate for a particular product. Oh no. Hello. Hello. Yeah. So yes, Mohit, it's only for corrupted executable or missing executables. Okay, missing in the sense by any chance if it got deleted or these are the executables, right? There is a chance of memory leakages because of the memory leakage or some whatever reason. Sometimes there is a chance of corrupting the existing executable. So in that case, see, sometimes your concurrent manager won't work. Okay, even if you bring up the everything is fine, and your even if you try to bring up your concurrent manager, it won't be coming up. Okay, so you would be checking if the database is up and running or not. Okay, and the listener is up and running or not, and the other configuration information you able to connect to the database. Everything you have checked, and you're not able to get. So if you Google it or if you do a search in. And Metalink, they may suggest like maybe there's a problem with FND-LIBR because this is the FND-LIBR is the one who will take care of the internal concurrent manager, right? And the internal concurrent manager is the one who will take care of the other manager. So by any chance, if your FND-LIBR is corrupted, internal manager itself will not come out. Okay, so when internal manager is down, everybody else will be down. So sometimes they will ask, okay, there's something might have corrupted the FND-LIBR executable, recreate the FND-LIBR executable, and try to restart your concurrent manager. Okay, such a action plans you would be getting. So during that time, we would be recreating. Okay, sometimes as part of patch might have introduced some of the new executables, and as a post patch step, they might ask you to recreate the executables, means relink the executables for one particular product. Okay, if you go for any upgrade or if you go for any major patches and all, then they may ask you to execute. Sometimes they may ask you to execute all the executables. Reeling all the executables. So it's all depends. Only thing is, if one utility you can use AD reeling data set. If multiple utilities use AD admin utility, that's it. Is that clear? All right. Okay. It's a replace the existing the executable. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it will. Okay, in the both the ways in it will be replacing. Even if you use AD reeling data set utility or AD admin utility, it will be replacing the existing utility. It's also brief why generate different file using admin like okay. It's all like sometimes they may introduce a new file system. Okay, the patch might introduce a new file system. Okay, sometimes a patch might introduce a new FMB file, and sometimes when it usually when patches introduces a new FMB file or a new message files and all, automatically the patch itself will do the AD admin utility. Okay, internally it will relink the application, it will regenerate the form, it will regenerate the message, whatever it is there. Okay, but there is something like customized application. Okay, custom application we call. Every customer will have their own custom application. The custom application is nothing but which will be designed and developed by our developer. Okay, the functional people and technical people. See, basically, whenever you install Oracle e-business suite, you would be getting a set of products, maybe around 250 products and all. Okay, so there is something else requirement is there for the customer. Okay, which is not fulfilling the existing products. Okay, so during at that particular time, customer will approach the functional people and technical people. They will explain their requirement. So technical and functional people work together and they will come up with a new product, with a custom product. Okay, usually all the custom products starts with X. Okay, Oracle has some bond, like Oracle never start any of the product with X. Okay, and the all other characters it would be taking. So that X you can use. Okay, something like XBOL top is one of the custom product. Earlier I have used XXPRP is another product. Okay, XXPRP is XXPRP. Okay, there's another product which we have used. So mostly custom applications and all starts with X basically, and this whenever they create, whenever they initiate the custom product, the file system also should be given from and should come from the person who are developing that product, who are integrating that product. Means our functional people and technical people, they work together. Usually if it is a AR product or AP product, Oracle will give you, because that's their own product. Okay, the product files or product product forms or reports or message files or whatever, that should come from the Oracle people, because they design and they developed that particular product. Let's say XBOL top is there, that's designed and developed by our functional people or technical people combined together. All right. So they have to provide the necessary forms, necessary what you call messages or something. So whenever they provide like that, the forms, they will be giving you FMB file, not FMX file. They will be giving FMB file. They will be giving some RDF file and all. And once after, we would be incorporating into our file system, and once we perform the copy, they will write. Okay, they will be giving a MD120 is the master document which contains the step-by-step action plan. As part of post step, they would ask you to regenerate the form. They will ask you to regenerate the report. They may ask you to compile app schema. If they introduce any of the menu, they'll ask you to regenerate. Recompile menus. If they introduce any of the report, they will ask you to regenerate the report for that particular. Manually, basically. Okay, so or sometimes they would be giving that state. They'll prepare one shell program and they would be giving. They'll put all this together in one shell program and they may ask you to execute that shell program. So it's a purely custom application, purely with our functional people and technical people. The maintenance of the custom application, the error, troubleshooting, debugging, everything should happen from the functional guy and technical guy. Okay, so normally whenever you raise any service request to the Oracle people, the very first question they would be asking is what kind of product is a custom product or a seeded product. Okay, so if you say it's a seeded product, when you say it's a custom product, they will not touch that. Okay, so it's out of scope, we can't do anything because it's your product, you have to take care, and they'll close the SR. Okay, if they say no, it's a seeded product which is AR, APPA, okay, FND or something like that, then Oracle will support you. Know what I mean? So mostly every customer will have the custom product, and the integration in the sense registering, and at the time of integrating the custom product, means a new product, we need to do some sysadmin activities, we need to do some AD admin activities, and we'll work with the functional people and technical people during that time. Okay, so I think I can give you how to incorporate a custom product just for your information. You can somewhere it should be. Just keep it with you just for your information. Yes, the easy step-by-step document is there. It's so easy. So for that, you need to know about your application completely. Like you need to know sysadmin, you need to know area admin. Okay, so you need. You need to know how to register a new application through sysadmin. So this and that. It should be there. Somewhere. Share laptop is fine. I don't know what is fine. Okay, to the system. It should be fine. Okay. So it's basically it's a 11i thing, and you won't be seeing much difference. Okay. Even in R12 also, you won't be seeing much difference. Just keep it with you. Do I got your email IDs? Can you ping me your email ID, please? Mohit Gupta, right? Oh yeah. And sync.inlko. Oh yeah, fine, fine. And I think he's the best. Okay, just keep it with you. Okay, so mostly independently you would be executing when you are integrating the new customer, new product. That's a customized product. Okay, so otherwise, as part of any patching or cloning or upgradation, you would be using AD admin utility straight away to perform such activities. Okay, so that's what your AD relink utility and compile JSP. Okay, compile JSP should be there, and basically compile JSP activity you can't perform through AD admin utility. Why? Because there is no such a feature in AD admin utility. You got only jar files, reloading regenerating the jars, reloading the jar, such activities only. Okay, so this compile JSP is one of the important task during the cloning time. Okay, so I mean, mm, and another one is repopulating the nodes also is another task actually, but that we will see at the time of cloning. And now it is a compile JSP since it belongs to the application, so we will see that. Okay, so there is an utility called ojspcompile.pl. Okay, there is an utility, and by using that utility, you would be executing that file. And it should be in a kind of Oh yes. Okay, Paul. So Perl ojsp compile.pl. compile -p also support this. Right. Don't use the wrong number. Okay. Basically, it will compile like this. All the JSPs, okay, it will compile. And yeah, usually we will be executing this during the cloning, okay, and means you are copying the files, JSP files and all from some other some other system to the current system, right? To sync with the current system, they will ask you to reload jar files and recompile the JSP files and all, okay, as part of clone, I mean, post clone step. So sometimes if they introduce so many JSP files as part of patching and all, and usually patch will be doing or as a post step, I mean post patch step, they would ask you to recompile JSPs and all. Okay, I'll give you the command. Correct. See, basically, whenever they change the code of Java, I mean JSP and all, they will give those files to you, integrate it to your application, and they'll ask you to recompile once again. Either it can be hierarchical or it can be functional. Okay, you yourself never initiate to act to perform this activity as a maintenance. Someone has to request it. And since we don't give this user access to anybody, yes, we are the one who need to execute. That's all. Okay, we can do one thing meantime. Okay, next we are going to test the. I mean, we are going to practice the auto config. Okay, so let's see meantime what is the relation between how the template file looks like. Okay, what is the relation between template file and the other files. Okay, I mean configuration file that and all we will see meantime. It will take 5-10 minutes time. Okay, so for auto config, first file which involves here is context file. Okay, which is nothing but context underscore file. This is the one, the XML file. Okay, and at the same time, okay, I think we need to bring up. I need to show you the context editor also. So you can use the I mean you can edit or you can view the context file either by using V editor or context editor. So usually people will be using V editor. Okay, just for now I'll be showing you the context editor as well. It's still starting. It will take a little time. So you guys, did you work with Gulba? Or you were sending some messages like the servers are not available. Okay. Is that sorted out? Cool. Cool. Come on. 8 MB is good. 8, 8 GB I have given. Still it is fine. Okay. Oh, this guy still running. Let it run. Okay, as I said, context file, one of the important configuration file in autoconfig, and two other files I said. The first one is a configuration file, and another one is a template file. I said, okay, template file is nothing but is a skeleton copy of configuration file. Okay, so every configuration file contains the template file information. All right, okay, let's see one configuration file. There is a configuration file called IIS Oracle Home. I mean, sorry, HTTP.conf, which is belongs to the web server. Bit lazy to remember basically. Okay, so ls hyphen l. OHS. So if you see view http.conf, see in the header httpd.conf underscore fmw.tmp. This is called template file basically. Okay, this is the template file name, and this template is used to send the initial HTTP and the HTTP configuration. Right. So just note it down. This particular file http://conf underscore fmw.tmp. Okay, this is the template file, and it should looks like exactly same. Timeout is 3000. Okay, keep alive on all the parameters you would be seeing. Keep alive timed out 15. Okay, use canonical name on. Okay, these are the parameters you are seeing here, right? So now let's go to the template file. This is the configuration file basically. Let's go to the template file and see how that looks like. Okay, usually template file is located under fnd top template location. Hmm, where it has been template. So ls-l, okay, I'm just saying pwd, you can see here ls-l httpd. See httpd dot httpd under conf underscore fmw.tmp. Okay, this is the file basically. If you see view httpd underscore conf underscore see timed out. Okay, so take this parameter. This put is not working, so copying and all become very difficult. Oh, come on, baby. Yep. Okay, so you can see. Okay, take off this. this is template file. This is template file. So in the template file, if you say timeout equal to s underscore ohs timeout, ohs timeout. All right. So the same thing, if you see grep s underscore ohs timeout from context file. 300, right? Take this one as well. This is XML file. I think this is. So in XML file, it looks like this. Okay, and let's come to the config file. It should be something like timeout space 300. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay, you see, see, it's a different. See, timeout of 300 is there. So you can see that you can see the link between these and this. See, in the XML file, s underscore ohs timeout, okay, equal to 300. So in the template file, timeout equal to ohs underscore timeout, and in the configuration file, timeout equal to 300. So as I said, at the time of auto config, first it will identify, okay, through the driver file, it will identify the configuration file. It will open the configuration file. It comes to the parameter called timeout. Okay, the against to the timeout, what is the variable it is there, and it will identify. Okay, so it is s underscore timeout. So with that variable, it will be going to the config. I mean, context file. So against s underscore ohs timeout, what value is there? It will find out. So here in the XML file, against s underscore ohs timeout, 300 is there. So it will take the 300 value. It will keep it in against timeout. So it will fill the all the values like that, and finally it will save as the configuration file. So template file remains same, XML file will be safe, and the new configuration will save as in the sense it will be overwriting the configuration file, right? So new configuration file will be coming up. Okay, since you are changing only timeout here, okay, it will I mean, though you are changing only timeout, it will be refilling. All right, okay. See, basically, autoconfig works with the three files: template file, configuration file, XML file. Okay, template file is the blueprint of the configuration file. Okay, means as it is, except the values, as it is, the the structure, the variables, everything will looks like same. Okay, so as I showed you in the template file, okay, timeout equal to this timeout variable in template file. In the same location, configuration file also will have the same variable, timeout. Okay, but in the template file, against to the timeout, the value would be s underscore some variable, some parameter will be defined, like s underscore variable will be defined s underscore ohs timeout. But here is the value. So here it is the ohs timeout, and this is the value. Where is the link? The link will be there in the config xml file. So against s underscore ohs timeout, the exact value will be there. So what will happen whenever you run autoconfig? First, autoconfig will be identifying the template file, okay, from the driver file. Okay, so every product will have the driver file. Driver file contains the list of configuration files and the template file. So it will go to that driver file. It will identify the template file and the configuration file. It will open. It will go to the template file location. Open the template file. Comes to the first variable. Let's say first variable is timeout. So against to the timeout, if the value is there, same value will be utilized. Or if any of the s underscore variable is there, it will take that s underscore variable, s underscore ohs timeout here here in our case example. It will take that value and open the xml file. I mean, it will read the xml file against to that particular variable. What is the value is there? It will pick it up. It will take that value, put it against timeout variable, and something like that. It will fill all the values. Okay, so since we changed the template timeout, it will change only new value come in timeout place. Other places it will keep the same values again and again. Okay, and after filling the entire file, it will save as a configuration file. So when you save as, existing file remains same and a new file will be created, right? The new file will be configuration file, and it will, since the configuration file is already there, it will overwrite it. So when you execute the concurrent, I mean, sorry, when you execute any of the auto config, when you execute the auto config, the new configuration file will be created with the current timestamp. Is that clear? Mohit, Tej, is that clear? Simple man. Is it not override? It will override the existing file. It will override the h3.conf file. That's what it is. That is the reason whenever you execute auto config, timestamp will be changed. See, basically when the timestamp will be changing, when you create a new file. Okay, if it is already there, that should be fine. If it is override the file, the new timestamp file will be coming. It will override the file. New file will be created. So it will do for all the configuration file. Okay, the only change happened to the XML file is some the timeout parameter. So only timeout parameter related configuration file. I mean, the variable will get changed. Other values, same values, they will keep it and do it. So it is the only disadvantage here is you changed I mean, you changed only timeout parameter. Okay, the timeout parameter only h2.conf contains only this parameter. Okay, so when you execute autoconfig, okay, if it identify the timeout related configuration file and it will recreate those files, it will be easy. But Oracle is, I mean, the e-business suite is not going in that way. So whenever you execute the auto config, okay, what and all the files are there in the driver files of a specific product, all the files will be recreated. Okay, so that as per your changes, wherever you change that value related configuration file will be the new one, and the other files also recreated but old values. So that is the reason, by mistake, if someone else also changed the context file, and if you run the auto config, your changes will be applied to the e-business suite, and their changes also will be applied to the e-business suite. Sometimes you may need to break your head. Okay, so maybe they change screwed the application, and people will be blaming you only after you run the auto config. Services are not coming up. Okay, they will come on your head. So that is the reason, it's better to run in the test mode so that you would be understanding how exactly, I mean, what are the files it is going to change and all. And you can, by seeing the file, you can understand, okay, this file contains this variable and that belongs to my change. Okay, fine. The other file nowhere belongs to my variable, then why it is going to change? You need to do some analysis. Okay, you need to find out your colleagues who are doing what. Still, you got a doubt. You can even go with the, if you feel like it is so critical, you are not willing to continue unless it is clear. Then you can raise a service request and you can ask Oracle people. They would come back to you. Okay, we'll do one thing. We will change this variable, okay, to 300 to some 500 or 600. First, let's go with VA. Okay, let me take a backup first. Underscore original. Okay, now I open this S underscore O time case sensitive. OH is timeout all small, just timeout. It's 300, right? Let's change it to 600. Okay. What to change and all, either Oracle will be giving to you I mean, technical people will be working with the Oracle and they will come to you. Okay. So why to change, what to change and all. So only thing is how to change is in your hand basically. Okay. So you know how to change and you know how to make that change applicable, applied to the entire e-business suite. So for that, they will be coming to you. Okay. They will say, please change this parameter so and so to so and so and run auto config and test the instance or test the error. Or when you go to the Oracle support and they may say, okay, this variable need to be changed to so and so value to so and so value, run auto config and retest your, retest your issue or something like that. Okay. The only thing is when they ask you to change, okay, either you need to, you should know either through context editor or VA editor, and you should know how to run the auto config in the test mode and the normal mode. Okay. So I've changed it to 600. All right. Okay. On the safe side, I would be seeing the difference whether I have changed the only that value or something else. I'll just differentiate it. So the only changes I said diff this file and the original file, like a backed up file and the current file. So timeout value is 600 in the new file and backed up file is a 300. So no other changes there. Okay, the only your changes there. And if you find more changes, then it's a problem. Okay, somewhere in some other location, some other DBA is working on context editor or working on context file. So you need to get the clarity. Okay, so why that variable is changed to so and so to so and so. Okay, so you need to get that clarity before running the auto config. Otherwise, that may screw the entire instance. We never know. So normally it will not happen. Okay, usually people will be intimating. Okay, if multiple DBAs are working from multiple time zones and all, people will be intimating at the time of maintenance and all. So everything will be in the sync with the DBA team. In case by any chance one or two rare cases it might happen, so that also keep it in your mind because it's a very critical one. Because it is recreating all the file system, right? The entire file system it is recreating. Okay, so it's critical. Okay, so once after running the auto config, identifying what are the changes happen to the application is very difficult unless you run the auto config in test mode. Okay, so now we have changed it and let us run the auto config in test mode. Okay, it will be there in edit up bin location and the file. Okay, I'm noting ls hyphen l adchkcfg. Yep. adchkcfd.cmd for Windows, adchkcfg.sh for Unix operating system. And here you need to provide context file full path, not as a environment variable. Full path you need to provide it. Okay. So for my comfortness, and I can't remember the entire stuff, so I just said echo. And later when it asks, I'll copy this and paste it here. HKCFG.sh. Enter full path of the application context file. For me, it is easy to give. Otherwise, again, you need to open another window, you need to get the entire thing, and you need to copy it and paste it here. And it's a little time consuming, right? So my app's password would be apps. It is asking apps password means you have to make sure your database is and its listener is up and running. Okay. So, and before executing the auto config, you need to make sure your application is down. Since we are running in the test mode, you don't need to worry whether it is up and running or not. But once we did this analysis and before running the auto config, I would be bringing down the application and I would be executing. So you can just keep in your mind here it is coming testing product. See, all the products it is touching. Okay, but all the products are enabled, all the products it is. So it is generating the report. So it will be creating on HTML file. You can FTP that HTML file and you can check it out. You can open the file and you can see in the VA editor. You can see the check. Okay, so let's say view. So like this, it would be a new file. Driver. There is some difference completely. Yeah, difference. Sorry, not that one. Difference file you need to see. Look at this file. Okay, let's search for our thing. We can do one thing instead of going like this. In this location, it will create some x underscore files. Okay, so one second, x underscore files. Maybe since we never executed the autoconfig after installation, that is the reason these things and all might have come up. Because here also should come basically. There is one just time out. It is showing this one as well. Okay, XML file. This is our change, and the other changes I think maybe uh, since we didn't run the auto config after installation, okay, it might be showing that. Okay, so okay, let's bring down the application and execute the auto config and see. Probably one more time we can execute and see later. So you won't be executing this regularly, okay? So once in a while, maybe as part of patching, okay, as part of cloning, upgradation. So such a major activities you would be executing this. Otherwise, independently you never execute 90%. Unless if any issue comes up and when you are troubleshooting that issue, Oracle may ask you to change some of the configuration file. And specifically, if Oracle support gives you an action plan that contains autoconfig, otherwise you won't be executing by your own. Okay. Okay. So now let's run autoconfig. It is admin scripts home location. AD auto cfg.sh. Okay, it won't be asking. It will be asking only apps password. It won't be asking context file here. That would be taking automatically from your environment. See, using context file fs1 your sid underscore postname.xml. And earlier it said testing the product name and all, right? Here it will say configuring product name, something like that. See, configuring AD tab, something like that. Usually for AD tab and FND tab, it will take a little time, but the other side will go faster. Because very few configuration files will be there for other products. Only AD and FND contains more configuration file. Means all our configuration files information resides in AD and FND one. Sir, autoconfig completed successfully. We have not changed the configuration file. We have changed only context file. Is this fine? Yeah. T capital timeout. Okay, fine. This is the one which is supposed to. The first one, if you know, active instant, which is perceive. It is fine. Okay. And let's go with just. Okay. This is standard. Link between everything is fine. Okay. So I'll see. I'll check it out. You know why this has not come here and all. So I'll check it out and I'll let you know tomorrow before starting the class. You know, I'll give the clarity why exactly it has not changed. It should change to be honest. It should populate because we have seen the template file, we have seen the configuration file, we have seen the context file, and the parameters and variables are as it is. It should change. Okay, fine. No problem. I'll check it out. Okay, I'll check it out and we'll discuss tomorrow again about this. All right, and tomorrow we'll see the patching as well. Okay, we'll start the patching as well. Patch practice. All right, fine. Okay. So have a nice day and see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.